Hey everybody, it's Always Bookin Comedy. It's Monday night. We're doing it. Sarah Steiner from Arizona. Good to see you
Hello.
again. How are
Yeah,
you?
thank you. I'm awesome. How are you?
Good, good. You look good. You sound good. Arizona scene, huh? How about I got a show with Joshua Harrison later this week in Colorado. Do you know
All
Joshua?
right. I know Josh. Yeah, I certainly do.
Nice, nice. I get some other funny Arizona references. How about do you know shoot, why does this not say what it's for? Oh, there it is. Crack Ups Comedy Night.
I do. They are not actually really running shows that much anymore. It's Maureen and Saskia, but Maureen moved out of town. Saskia kind of took it over, but she's also very busy, so they're not doing a ton right now.
Okay, all right. And then I
Yeah.
got one last reference to Arizona. Let's see, how am I going to find this?
It's probably stir crazy, right?
No, we can talk all about that. These are
Yeah.
more less obvious. Let's
Oh,
see
okay.
why. This is Saskia B.
Yeah, Saskia. Yeah, she's great. I love Saskia works with me on the show that I co-produce called Falling Apart, which is like a sketch and stand-up show. We're booked on tons of shows together.
No way. I'm
She,
working with her in like a week or two up here
yeah,
in
she's
Denver area. We're doing
super
a
fun.
like a whole heckler kind of thing. You ever heard of that? Like
Yeah,
a
that's
golf
what she does.
course.
Hold on, I'm sorry. Let my dog out. Hey.
Okay. All right. I'll fill some time for a second. So, anyways, a lot of connections to Arizona. Great comedy scene. Sarah mentioned Stir Crazy Comedy Club. I feature there a couple times a year, typically. And Sarah was the host last time I featured there. And we had a
That's
great
me.
headliner from famously from the Shawshank Redemption. He was in that movie.
Yes, his butt was in the Shawshank Redemption. I do remember
Yeah.
that. That was what he wanted me to say when I brought him up.
Yeah. So how are things? How's anything new at Stir Crazy? You've been there since I saw you?
Yeah, no, I was there 2 weekends ago, maybe 3 weekends ago. I was hosting for Elliot Chang. I'm there again in October on Halloween weekend. I'm hosting, and then I'm there again end of December. I'm hosting. So
Fun.
lots of things are crazy coming up for
Awesome.
me.
If anybody's looking for comedy in Medford, Oregon, Halloween weekend, I'm there Friday, Saturday night. Check it out. Trick or treat, everybody. More tricks than
Yeah,
treats.
pretty much.
Yeah.
Booking me for
Okay,
Halloween.
cool. So how is it's September in Arizona. Is it cooler? I'm usually
Yeah,
there when it's 120 degrees in the middle of
I
summer.
think I think today was still 104, something like that, over 100 still. It's
Holy
cooling down
cow.
a little. I went down to Tucson Friday night for a show, and on the way back, it was like 75, so I could drive with my windows down. So it's getting better, I guess.
That's
But
hilarious. Holy cow. It is warm, everybody, in
yeah.
Arizona. So tell me about this show that you do or that Saskia has some relationship to.
Oh
That
yeah,
you
okay.
do.
So yeah, I co-produce a show here called Falling Apart. It's kind of like if SNL did a lot more drugs. It's not that I do, I'm sober, but I co-produce it with a guy named Chris Banks. We've been running it for 2 years. We just got a bigger venue. We do sketches that we write every month. We have stand-up
Whoa,
comedians.
that's a lot of work.
It is. And during the stand up comedian sets, we interrupt them with something that's like pretty catered to them. Like
Okay.
my other goth friend Mark was on the show, and during his set, we did a ritual sacrifice. So it's just something that we do to like kind of throw the comedians off. They can riff on it, and then we let them finish their set. And it's always a really fun time.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's a
How
super.
do you do so you moved to a bigger venue? Is that because something went wrong with the first venue or you just needed the
Yeah.
space?
We were doing it outside at a bar
Oh,
on a patio in Phoenix, Arizona. So what was happening is that pretty much May, June, July, and August, and even September, it's hard to run a comedy show outside. It's hot, it's sweaty, no one wants to be there. So we were like, you know what? We want to do this show. We want to make it bigger. We want to make it better. Let's find an indoor venue that'll
yeah.
accommodate us.
Preferably with air conditioning.
Yeah, it's been great. I love doing this inside and not out on the patio.
Somewhere where you won't get a dust storm.
Yes, that's happened. Well, and our
Mm.
stuff got stolen. Our whole prop box got stolen one time before a show.
Oh, that
So
sucks.
yeah,
I'm sorry.
yeah.
Do you film the sketches?
We do right now. We've had like a weird kind of relationship with videographers because we're finally at the point now where we are charging money for tickets, so we are able to make some money and pay some people. But we
Okay.
haven't really found a videographer to work with yet. So I have some like raw footage just from the back of the room from the shows that I need to go through and like clip. But like the other day, I opened up the footage and like the first 30 minutes is just the back of two comedians' heads who are standing in front of the camera. So I
I
have to
can't
go
tell
through.
you how often. I'd say about 1 out of 10 or 15 times that I film myself, I'll get the footage back and it will look like this or like this. If you can
Yes,
see that,
yes,
if you're listening to this, the top of my head is cut off.
yep.
More often, it's like a little more like this, which
Yeah,
doesn't
like the
seem
corner.
terrible in this format, but for stand-up clip, it doesn't look very good.
No. Yeah.
Uh, so, well, so that's crazy. So you do sketches every month. So what is the like cadence like? Do you get together? Is there like somebody who writes them all, or do you share
Yeah,
writing and do you
we have a
rehearse it all?
yeah, it's a whole it's a really a big production. There's a lot of moving parts. I'm kind of like the stage manager and like the person who makes sure that like all the pieces are fitting together. So that I have a Google Doc where we so the first thing that happens in the month is that the first Sunday after a show, we have a meeting and we have a barbecue and we pitch all the ideas for the next show. So
Cool.
everyone in the group is welcome. There's like
How big
26
a
of
group
us,
is this?
26 people. It's
Okay,
huge.
neat. Mostly
Um,
stand-ups, or are there some people that only care about sketch?
yeah, no, it's all stand-up comedians. Everyone in our
Okay,
group is a stand-up, and it's really cool to like have these people like trying something else and getting that experience. But yeah, we meet, everyone pitches their ideas, and then me and the two other co-producers meet and talk about which sketches are going to move through because we do 3 sketches. We do one ad, that's another sketch basically,
sure.
and then we do a video. So we
You
have to
you do a
pick.
what? Sorry?
We do a video
A video.
that
Okay.
we show during the show.
How
So
did you do that when you were outdoors?
we have like a projector and a like a sheet.
Holy cow.
And
A lot
I'm
of work.
telling you, yeah, we make it work. So I know my day on show day is like me sitting at this table with a bunch of lists in front of me, making sure the sound cues go off, making sure the people know where they're supposed to be. It's a lot of work, but we love it.
Is there like are there props you have to build or costumes you have to make?
Yeah, I'm me and Jeff Bezos are really good friends right now. I don't want to be, but unfortunately, that's just how it is right now. I have at my house probably, I would say 65 costumes and like 6 tubs of props that I've just invested in over the last 2 years. And I mean, thankfully, now we're at the point where we have a lot of stuff so we can reuse it.
Uh-huh.
But and I'm thinking about just renting these costumes out for Halloween. Like, hey, give me $20, I'll lend you my Michael Myers costume for the night. Like,
Yeah.
I have it. It's just here. But
That's
yeah,
hilarious.
it's a lot. It's a lot.
So have you had any sketches that have like taken off in any kind of special way? Like maybe you redo it or you have sequels to it or
Yeah, we have characters. We have like characters, like we call them the cops, and they come back pretty frequently, which is nice because then I can just reuse the uniforms. But it's
yes.
our 2 characters. We have a game show host that we use pretty frequently. We have just little things that come back. We haven't really done a sequel sketch yet, but we're doing a best of show in December where we're going to pick our favorite sketches from the last 2 years and run them back.
Okay.
So
Cool.
I'm
Well, that
excited
will be
for that.
nice for you, kind of.
Yeah. It's gonna be
Yeah.
the least expensive show we've ever done.
Yeah. Huh. That's wild. And
Yeah.
then so the video ones, do you put those online at all?
We do, yeah. We have our own Instagram. It's Falling Apart Phoenix. We post stuff on there all the time. We do promos for our live shows that are really goofy and silly. Like we did a whole parody of the lawyer commercials. We did one of those.
Yeah.
Saskia and I went out to First Fridays down here and used a portable TENS machine to shock a bunch of people to simulate period cramps as a like a promo thing. It was super fun, but yeah, we posted all online. Some of our videos get pretty good traction. It just depends.
Okay.
We're still
No
right
YouTube?
now. We haven't done a YouTube yet, but I'm working on that. I'm like, the problem with this is that I co-produce the show, and then I also produce 2 other monthly shows in addition to like doing stand-up work and a regular day job and having a kid.
Good
So
Lord.
I'm like,
So busy.
yeah,
A lot
I'm
of
very
organization. Tell me about these other shows that you run.
The other show is it's called Get to the Point. It's a slideshow presentation show where I make slideshows for comedians. They have no idea what it's going to be. They show up and then they have to present it on the fly.
Uh-huh. What kind of venue is that at?
It's at Central Records right now, which is like a small bar in downtown Phoenix. Like it only seats like I think 30 or 40 people. It's very small. It's very intimate. It hasn't gotten a lot of traction. This month is only my second one, but it's a real fun show. Again, Saskia was my headliner last month. She'll tell you.
Okay.
Super fun time.
Have you thought about, so with those shows, have you ever considered inviting a non-comedian, like corporate person, and then they might bring their office to watch them?
Yeah, that is not a bad idea. That's smart because it's hard. Yeah. It's hard to get people to bring people out. But
yeah, exactly. Especially comedy.
Yeah.
But if you get, and they're used to PowerPoints and whatnot, and it wouldn't be probably as funny as the comedians, and that would be funny as well.
That's okay. Yes, their friends are gonna laugh, and that's what we need. So.
Yeah, and then hopefully one of their friends will want to do it next time, and
exactly, it's just a cyclical.
Yeah.
But the other show is at another small location called Butler's Easy, and it's a comedy. It's a competition that we book from the open mic that happens there. So there's a weekly open mic there, and then once a month we do a show where it's like, hey, these are the people that are doing well. Like, come out and vote for your favorite, and then they can win some money. It's like a competition show.
Cool. Where does the money come from?
The bar puts it up.
Nice.
It's a free show. The bar puts up the money. They pay me. I pay the headliner. So yeah, it's an interesting. It's hard because I always said I didn't want to do bringer shows, but unfortunately, the way things are right now, it's hard to get anyone to come out to a show.
Yeah. So let's talk about that a little bit. What are you trying to do to get people to come out?
So for Falling Apart is a whole different beast. We have a whole team, so it's a little easier for us to push promotion, and it's in downtown Phoenix, which makes it a little more accessible to a lot of people that hang out there. That show, we do a lot of like street work going out on First Fridays, which is the big festival every first Friday of the month. We go out and we talk to people and we hand out stickers and we get them to follow us on Instagram and all that stuff. That show is that. My PowerPoint show is just me. So, making an Eventbrite and a Facebook event and, flyers downtown and getting the comedians to push on their socials. That's how I get people to that show. And then the Butler show it's a bringer show. Like if you get booked on the show, you're incentivized to bring people because the way you win money is by audience vote.
Oh, okay.
Is the audience is voting on who they like the most.
Very sneaky.
For comedians.
Yeah, amazing. So what do you think is more fun, running a show or being on a show that somebody else is running?
Oh God, I love just showing up and doing my set. Oh, that's my favorite. Oh, I love going to Stir Crazy and just showing up and doing my little 10 minutes hee hee hoo hoo and then getting off stage and not having to worry about it. God, that's so nice.
That's incredible. So what would you say motivates you to run these shows?
Serotonin, dopamine. No, I'm just kidding. There's a sense of accomplishment when you put on a good show and you get people to come out. Like Falling Apart has sold out or almost sold out the last 4 shows.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I mean, 130 people that paid to come see comedy is like so incredible. And there's just like nothing beats that feeling of being like, these people all paid to come see us do performance, and like I was a part of getting them here, and I was a part of putting on this show.
What night of the week is it?
It's on a Thursday usually. Next month we're on a Wednesday, but yeah, and on a Thursday night. You know what I mean? It's a work night.
That's cool. That's great. Well, congratulations for doing that, to you and the 25 other folks.
Yeah, they're all of us. It's a group effort for sure.
Village, I'm sure. How about you gonna have any pop-ins from, I hope I get this name right, Michael Longfellow?
But probably not. I mean, we will reach out to him, I'm sure, if we get big enough.
He got dropped. I don't know if you know that.
So he'll be back
in Arizona, or is his britches too big for that now?
I don't know. Who knows? I'm sure he'll be back. I'm sure he'll be doing some stand-up stuff if he comes back. You know, the thing is that in Phoenix specifically, and I can't speak to other places, other scenes, but Phoenix specifically, we kind of have like levels of like clubs and levels of shows. Yeah. So, you know, he's obviously far beyond the bar levels. And I think he's even beyond kind of like the stir crazy JP's level. He's kind of like up in we call them the big three. So Tempe Improv, Stand Up Live, and Desert Ridge Improv. Those are the big places.
Yeah. Cool. For anybody who doesn't know, Michael Longfellow, SNL alum, from stand-up comedian from Phoenix, Arizona area.
Nice native, baby.
Yeah. Did you ever do a mic with him or anything like that?
So here's the thing is, I've only been doing comedy for 2 years. I have only been doing it for 2 years. So all this stuff is like so before my time. I work with people who did like start with him.
Okay.
Like there's definitely people I work with that are like, yeah, I remember when Longfellow was doing the mics. And I'm like, okay, well, what are you doing? No, I'm just kidding.
I'm doing, what was it called again? Shoot, I already forgot.
Yeah, Falling Apart.
I'm doing Falling Apart.
Yeah, literally. I'm like, okay, hey, relax back there. My dog is so annoying.
So how long into your next Falling Apart show?
So we just had one on September 11th, so 4 days ago, and then our next one is October 8th. Yes, I know it was.
So you had the barbecue yesterday.
Yes, we barbecued.
How did the barbecue go?
It was great. It was super good. We did have to go over some stuff. We had, you know, there's a difference between like the world of improv sketches and the world of stand-up. I think you know that, you know, sure. Like they're different beasts, and we've had to have a conversation about like, this is a team effort, and like stand-up comedy is like a solo sport. Like you can make connections, you make all sorts of what is the word I'm looking for? I don't know, but you make those connections and you use them to get you further in your career. Whereas this is an ensemble thing. Yeah. Like we all need to help each other. It shouldn't, you know, don't try to be the star of the scene every single time, because it's not about you.
Right.
So,
hey, I got a suggestion for you. Since you're friends with Jeff Bezos, I saw this movie over the weekend. It's on Amazon Prime, which I assume you have, or Prime Video, whatever they call it, whatever it's branded. It's called Deep Cover. Okay. Write that down, or can you remember that? Deep Cover. Just watch it. Sight unseen. Put some trust in me, and just fire it up. You're gonna like it, I think. And send me an email or something once you've seen it.
I'll be like, hey, Mark, this was crazy.
That was terrible. You wasted an hour and a half of my life.
Listen.
Try not to read too much about it. Just
listen, I love going into things blind. That's my favorite. I'm like, I love going into things not knowing what's going on.
Yeah. I have a funny story about that. I was on the road out in Iowa or Kansas, somewhere in the Midwest. And there was a feature, and we were going to movies every single day because you had to kill a lot of time on the road.
What are you gonna do? Yeah.
And so I explained to him, I like going into movies blind. So I'm gonna give you my card. You go buy tickets for the two of us and just tell me what theater. I'm not even gonna know the title of the movie, and we'll walk in. He was kind of stressed about it. But one of the movies we saw, which I think it was called Conclave. It was about the like when the Pope dies and you got to get a new Pope, and it was kind of like, okay, so I didn't know the name of the movie or anything. I sit down in the movie. About half an hour in, I'm like 80% certain this is an M. Night Shyamalan film. And then I don't know if you've seen it, but there's a
Oh my
scene
God.
where they're inside the conclave and there's like some bombing going on, but you don't know that as the on. You don't know why this is happening, but there's a bomb goes off in Rome or whatever, and like suddenly there's like the light shifts because there's dust coming in, and I thought it was a sci-fi movie. All of a sudden, I was like, "Oh, cool! The aliens are going to come in. This is going to explain all this stuff that's going on."
Yeah, yeah.
I had no idea what was going on. It was a good movie. It was really
That's
fun,
great.
not having
I
any
love
idea.
that.
And
Not
it
even
did kind
knowing
of have
anything.
a Shyamalan type twist at the end, which I did
Okay.
also guess, which is a big reason I like to go in blind because I'm constantly.
I'm always guessing.
I like to be surprised.
Yeah, I do too. And it's hard. I'm a big horror movie fan. That's kind of the movies that I watch. So
Okay.
sometimes I'll go in and I'm like, well, I already know how this was going to end. And then I'm sad the whole movie because I'm like, well, I knew this. Like, why'd you make it so
Right.
obvious?
Yeah. Have you seen the new one? The is it Weapon?
Yeah, Weapons. My boyfriend and I were in Santa Ana for a show because he's a comedian also. So we were in Santa
Okay.
Ana for a show that we were both on, and we had a bunch of time to kill, so we went to the movies, and that's what we
Nice.
saw. Yeah,
That's
it was
awesome.
great.
That's cool. All right. Well, I don't know. You're 2 years in. What else do we want to talk about? What are you excited about doing in your third year of comedy?
I just want to get better. That's like always the goal, is to keep pushing, keep writing. I'm working up towards like a half hour because I definitely have the material. I just don't feel confident in the way it's organized, or the flow, or sometimes I'm right now I'm in the process of going back and looking at my first like comedy book because I have like 5 or 6 of them. So
Yeah,
I'm in the process of like going back and looking and being like, oh, that was a good thread to pull. I just wasn't a good enough writer yet.
Sure.
And I don't know if that ever stops. I hope it never does. But, it's very cool to go back and be like, oh, that's a great idea. And now I have all these avenues now that I understand comedy a little bit better.
You know what I'm afraid of is
What?
once you have like, I don't know, 70 books.
Yes.
And you go back to book 35 and you're like, oh, I was a better writer back then.
Yeah.
I can't really do it. This is a good idea, but I'm worse now.
I wonder if that, oh God,
I've
no.
plateaued or I've gone down a little bit.
Yeah, I'm sure that
I
happens
can't do anything
too.
with it.
But then you know what? That like reinvigorates you to like go back and try to like capture that in a bottle again, maybe.
Yeah.
So that's exciting.
It does give me like I don't know what you would call it, but like a future existential crisis. I am like, for now, if it's a graph comedy, it's like you're mostly, it's moving up and down, but it's mostly up and to the right. Things are getting better every year if you're looking at like a year's time frame. But for sure, if you do this 25 years, let's say, at some point you're going to have a year where you go down or you flatten out. And is it going to be interesting or fun anymore? Because like I just asked you, what are you looking forward to? You're excited to get better. Like I think a lot of people are like that. They want to get better. And then what happens when you reach a ceiling and you can't get any better? Does it stop being fun? I don't know.
Maybe you try. First of all, we call that anxiety, Mark. That's what that's called. Secondly, I think maybe like maybe this is like an optimism point of view, but like that's when you start doing other things like concept shows, or like writing for a sketch group, or like moving some into the improv somewhere, or writing a television show, or a short film or something. And it's like, well, I have all these talents, maybe I put them somewhere else if I feel like I've reached. It's like when you're playing, I don't know, do you play video games at all?
Not since like the original Nintendo, which probably came out before you were born.
Yeah, you don't strike me as like a gamer guy. I don't know. You can see my whole rig here. I have a gaming computer.
It's giving me a seizure at the moment.
I'm sorry. I think of it like kind of like video game stats, where it's like if you grind and you level up to the maximum, then okay, what else am I gonna do now? Well, now there's a side quest over here, and now there's this over here. Yeah. So if you hit the ceiling, maybe you put your efforts elsewhere.
What's your go-to game recently? What are you excited about?
Well, I just downloaded Silksong yesterday, everyone. Silksong is out. We waited like 4 years for it. It's a sequel to a game. So I've been playing that very, very a lot recently. But I also have a kid, so a lot of Nintendo games. We play
Okay.
like Mario Kart, Mario Party, all that stuff.
Cool.
Yeah.
I was on tour with Carmen Morales out of Los
Mhm.
Angeles. She's a Comedy Central big comedy person, and like when she was killing time, she was playing oh man, like Bank Heist or something like that.
What?
You know what I'm talking about?
No, that's
Like
crazy.
bank robber or
Okay.
something robbery. She was
That's
playing with
crazy.
her boyfriend back in California, and like you go in and you like, you know, you rob a store or something.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, she was real excited about it. It's an older game, but she
Okay,
claimed that
interesting.
you could replay the same levels and it was still fun. And she would, boy, would she get into it. She'd be like, you know, you're about to trip the wall, or be careful, because she's like talking to her.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's like a collaborative
yeah,
thing.
no,
I feel like
I
I
will
get
not be doing that. I will not be playing co-op games with my boyfriend.
okay, okay. Well, so you were talking about the tier system of
Yeah.
the clubs and shows and whatnot.
Mhm.
Where do you hope to get to next, and what kind of like path? What kind of steps can you take to do that?
Yeah, I had set for myself this year, I had set myself a goal of doing a weekend at Stir Crazy, a weekend at Mic Drop, and a weekend at Don't Tell. And I've done I have 5 weekends at Stir Crazy, 0 weekends at Mic Drop, and 0 weekends at Don't Tell. So um, it's just one of those things where I put a lot of effort into Stir Crazy because it's the closest club to me, and I saw that they were giving a lot of people opportunities. So I put a lot of my effort there, and it's paid me back. So now it's just about going and putting the effort in at the other clubs. Unfortunately, Mic Drop is an hour drive away from me.
Yikes.
So it's one of those things where it's like, I want to be there. I want to go work for them. I want to be in the club, but it's also very far for me to go to the open mic every Thursday and do 5 minutes, 4 minutes. It's 4
Yeah.
minutes for the open mic. So it's hard to get out there. And I do get booked on Thursdays fairly frequently for like bar shows or like off calendar club shows or whatever. So it's been hard to get out to do that. And then Don't Tell is even harder for me to get out to because that's on weekends and I get booked a lot of weekends. So I can't just go hang out.
Yeah, totally.
So,
That's challenging. That's crazy.
yeah.
I just did a quick Goog, and I think that game might be called Payday. Have you heard of that?
Payday. Okay, that sounds better. Yeah, that sounds like bank robber is a crazy name.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's start wrapping this up, winding this down. Very fun conversation. Where can people find your monthly sketch show, your other 2 shows, you, etc.?
So I am on Instagram at Am I Funny Yet Mom, which I was shocked that wasn't taken when I grabbed it. Am I Funny Yet Mom? Falling Apart Phoenix on Instagram, or Linktree Falling Apart Phoenix. If you're in Phoenix, Arizona, feel free to DM me if you ever want to do a show. I'm super open to like watching tape or coming. Like I gotta go sit right after this. I gotta head to an open mic to go book for the show for next weekend. So
Cool.
I'm trying to think of where else you can see me in your sleep paralysis.
You can see her at the movie theater closing her eyes during the previews.
Yeah, literally. You can see me at the Devil's Sacrament.
Awesome. All right, Sarah, this was great. Stick around for a second. Everybody tune in anytime. We got a lot of Arizona people. If you Google Always Bookin Comedy, and like Tom Sims, for example, Simes, he's the owner of Stir Crazy Comedy Club that we talked about. He has an episode. Some other Arizona comedians. We'll see you next